As the broadcasting of the slanderous movie against Michael Jackson, Leaving Neverland, approaches for HBO and Channel 4, the narrative perpetuated by director Dan Reed and main stars Wade Robson and James Safechuck gets dismantled bit by evidence, court files, mismatching timelines, and witnesses. Brandi Jackson, Jackie Jackson's daughter and Michael's niece, is Wade Robson's ex-girlfriend. As a matter of fact, Brandi is one of the two Jackson girls Wade has dated through the years. On February 11, 2019, Brandi posted a few interesting tweets that severely impact Robson's timeline of the alleged abuses he supposedly suffered at the hands of Michael Jackson. Let's take a look at Brandi's tweets. Why do Brandi's statements ruin Robson's, and therefore Leaving Neverland's version of events? Because they deconstruct timeline, narrative, and motivation offered by Robson and Safechuck in their multimillion-dollar lawsuit against the MJ estate. With her tweet, Brandi spoils the narrative that James Safechuck, Robson's partner in the movie, expressed in his complaint against the Michael Jackson estate. According to Safechuck, Jackson's modus operandi included talking about women in a negative manner, being jealous of any relationships with females his alleged victims had, and talking them out of dating girls. However, according to Brandi, her uncle Michael was the very ambassador creating a link between she and Wade Robson. This completely contradicts the logic guiding the narrative of the two accusers. And there's more. Brandi Jackson is talking about Wade Robson's rumored affair with pop star Britney Spears in the early 2000s. Specifically, the fling supposedly happened from 2001 to 2002, which places Robson's relationship with Brandi during the time he was allegedly abused by Michael Jackson, her uncle, dismantling Robson's timeline of events. According to Robson, Michael Jackson abused him for 7 years, from 1990 to 1997. However, the timeline offered by Brandi places her relationship with Robson at the very least in 1994, supposedly when Robson was allegedly being abused by Jackson, and according to some of the different versions offered by Wade so far, unable to understand what abuse was. In love with the artist. Threatened by the artist. It is not surprising that Robson failed to mention his 7-year-long relationship with Brandi Jackson in the movie. Brandi's version has been corroborated so far by several different people on her social media accounts. According to Brandi, Wade Robson would constantly talk about being relevant. Wade Robson himself mentioned the same concept in a note that he wrote to himself and was presented during his 2016 deposition. My story of abuse and its effects will make me relatable/relevant. Followed by the sentence, it's time for me to get mine. When asked what it meant by that, Robson stated that he did not know. According to an interview given by Joy Robson, Wade's mother, in 2011 to the Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance cast, not only the Robson family didn't spend much time with Michael Jackson at all, but also Wade was always a fling and never confused about his sexuality. The interviewer mentions then 15-year-old Wade hitting on his girlfriend during a workshop, which places the event in 1997, when Robson was allegedly being abused by Jackson and, all the while, dating his niece. Does that make any sense at all?
And Wade was just about to turn 9.
Wow.
And I thought it was going to be this wonderful adventure and that we'd be superstars within a year and be traveling
Well,
back
you
and
have
forth.
to think that way, or it would be very hard
Everybody
to
does.
move
Yeah.
from Australia to...
8 years later, we were still trying to pay rent.
Right, well, that's the common misconception about Hollywood, and the fact is that some people move out and they do, that happens.
Very few, but yes.
And you guys, I mean, I don't know how much better you can get than working with Michael Jackson.
Well, we didn't work with him a lot. You know, Wade did 3 music videos.
Well, I mean, that's more than I've done with Michael Jackson.
Well, yeah, they don't pay a whole lot. It doesn't really pay the rent.
And your
Right,
son, though,
right.
I mean, because of all this experience and you bringing him out, I mean, he's a very talented, he's now a director, so of course, a choreographer. I remember taking class from him when he was 15 years old at Tremaine.
Yeah.
And I think he hit on my girlfriend at the time.
Oh, that
and I've got
sounds
a little
about
beef
right.
That
with him.
sounds like Wade.
That sounds about right.
A little street beef, but it's okay.
Little
We're cool now
street
because we broke up a long
And
time ago.
I hate to say it, I kind of feel like Wade might have won that one.
Oh, I definitely think he did.
From the guy from
I go,
Houston.
you really hugged him.
Wade.
I said, you really hugged him a long time. And she goes, no, I didn't. And I
She
go,
gave him her number right then.
Whatever. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, if you gotta lose a girl to somebody, it may as well be Wade. He's
That's
a cool
right.
guy. I like
Right.
him.
That's true.
Leaving Neverland's top 3 issues, no evidence. No independent voices nor basic defense allowed. No consistency in events, narrative, or timeline when compared to provable evidence. Shock value is not truth,